I checked that sunset time, it says 7:19. Yes, we are back, we are back, we are back. When I tell you, first of all, I don't mind the winter, okay? I don't even mind the cold, I really don't care. It's that time difference that gets me every single time, because a day like today, when I have a bunch of meetings, and then it's like, what time is it? It's already 5:48. That sun would have been down. And I wouldn't have been able to go on my walk, wouldn't have been able to walk Mooney, and I'm just like, it just creates a spiral. However, 7:19, I can work with that. So we are about to go on a walk. I've been wanting to go on a longer walk for a little bit of time now. We may not be able to go for as long as I want it. However, we are gonna see grass. We're gonna touch it. We're gonna have some fun. Mooney may not have no fun, because this morning I took Mooney to the vet because he had to complete a couple of tests, and I picked up some Morrison-Perrigo Trio, which people who don't have a dog is basically flea, tick, heartworm. They have to take it every single month. You know, we're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. I asked the vet, I said, can he hop up on the scale right quick? He weighed in around 36 pounds. 36. I said, oh, we have some work to do. So Moon's a mini golden doodle, by the way, so he should really kind of be between 33-ish, like well, that wasn't a range. 30 to 33. When he was 30, I felt like he looked so skinny. But now he's 36, and I've been looking at him, I said, you're getting fluffy. You know, which is his winter weight, you know what I'm saying? He could get a little chunky. However, it cannot go back up to 40, because that happened one year, and it took a little bit of time to get him back down. I'm about to pack everything we need for the walk. I love this fanny pack. It's from Lululemon. I love pink. However, I be getting stuff that's light pink, and it gets dirty fast. But anyways, we're gonna go on a walk for a little bit. Moon's weight needs to get down to about 33 pounds. I'm packing headphones, hand sanitizer. I'm gonna put some of Moon's treats in here. And yeah, we're wearing all pink today. I needed something to lift my spirits. These are some of my favorite walking shoes right now. These are the Necky. Who is Necky? These are the Nike Infinity Runs. And yeah, they're also pink. I know y'all see it. Y'all can't really see it, but finally got my hair pressed out, because those ends, crunch. I'll be in the shower detangling. I'm just like, ooh, it's real crunchy. It took me forever to detangle my hair. So she kind of just dusted the ends and did a little bit of a flip, give it some body, but you know, not too much, not a big bump. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to do all that. But I have it in this ponytail because I am trying to keep it straight through the weekend. Now, y'all know I go to the gym, so we're gonna see how that works. I do have bands to wrap around it, and then I have my scarf as well, just in case. I'm not trying to wear the scarf. I think that the bands will do it. I'm not looking for it to stay silky straight, but I need to stay straight for just a little bit. We're gonna go and start this walk and then probably play with the ball for a little bit. I think I'm gonna order some Amazon headbands just in case. I did see some from Gymshark that I almost dropped off there. I saw some ones from Gymshark that I liked as well. I haven't really seen too many people use the ones from Gymshark. The other ones I have are from, I can't find them, GymWrap from Nicole Ari Parker's line, which I do love those. It's just that the tie in the back of it, I feel like it kind of pulls on the back of my hair. It's already damaged. Don't need no more damage. So we're gonna try some different head wraps. Let me see. Moon is really smart. When he notices that we're about to go on that long walk trail, he'd be like, girl, we ain't going that way. This morning, I'm just like, bro, we need to get at least 10 minutes. He's just like, can we go this way? I said, no, we're going on a walk today. So he's not loving the long walks. However, it's good for his health, it's good for my health, and it's good for training because he be pulling me all types of ways. And so we're gonna work on that as well. That's why I'm bringing the treats. And yeah, we're gonna have a fun time. And I wanted y'all to see Mooney before we left, because I feel like I'm always talking about Mooney, but sometimes I don't always show him. So Mooney's gonna say bye. Ooh, say bye. Y'all see, he looking real fluffy. It's okay, he's still beautiful. 4 miles later, we are done with our walk. I did not think that we were gonna go 4 miles. I honestly just wanted to go 3, and then I realized that we could do another mile. So we went 4 instead. I was listening to music on the way, and then also I had my headphones in, and I realized about probably within the first 10 minutes, it wasn't going to be a headphone type of walk. And honestly, I wasn't mad about it, because when you're in corporate and you're in meetings and you're talking to people just all day, I think that sometimes you need time to just, you know, have everything unplugged. I didn't really want to listen to a bunch of music and just have a lot in my ears. I was listening to a lot of Mac Miller before, but like I said, I've been in meetings all day, and that's why I thought I was gonna want to listen to music, because I figured since usually I listen to music during the workday and I didn't really get an opportunity to do that, I would want to go on a long walk and listen to my music just to, you know, catch up. My numbers be numbering at the end of the year. People be like, Mira, how you listen to that much music throughout the year? And that's just on Apple Music. We're not even counting YouTube. My YouTube history is so random. Today I was listening to Amiga's Cheetahs. And I think last week I was listening to Soul Sister. One day it's Florence and the Machine. I'm very random, and I listen to so much different music. It's not even funny, except for, you know, some genres. I haven't gotten into like the techno beat stuff like that, but yeah, it was a really, really good walk. Definitely necessary. Happy to just unwind. I was this close to driving to Chick-fil-A after, because I did not want to come home and eat the salmon. I made the salmon, don't get me wrong, it's good. However, I just wanted some Chick-fil-A fries. I wanted a burger. I didn't really want to eat the salmon. And I realized that sometimes you just need to turn your butt and go home and eat that food that's in that fridge, especially when you go grocery shopping. I did a big Costco order, like I told y'all. I went to the store, and so why are we going to Chick-fil-A? You know? Also, it's my dad's birthday. I called him finally. He was just like, about time. I said, oh, my bad, bestie. I did not mean to be so late. I was in calls all day. However, very happy I got to talk to my dad. He's visiting my sister and my niece in Cali. What am I looking for? Oh, I think I wanted to make some tea as well. My water intake has definitely been up there. However, I'm going through that struggle of just water again. Water again, Mira. So I used to drink tea just more consistently. I think recently I haven't been drinking tea as much as I usually am. So I've been trying to reach back for my tea. I drank some green tea this morning. That felt really, really good. I think I'm gonna have some ginger tea. And honestly, I really did need that Chick-fil-A. At all. I really didn't need it. I also have a studying session tonight. I told y'all I've been upskilling for work, so really focused on cloud. I will be a cloud expert. I'm calling it now. I do work with the cloud a bit now. However, I'm just trying to upskill more, kind of improve some of that skills, or some of those skills that I already have, and also just building on top of them, working with AWS, Azure, Kubernetes, all the things, you know, cloud. Studying after work can be a lot, and that's why I love going on walks and kind of just doing something after work to just break up the day. Sometimes I love to go to cafes to study. However, what cafe am I about to go to right now? So I'm trying to get at least an hour and a half done, and then take a little bit of a break, and then see if I can go a little bit longer, and then get ready and go to bed. Also, this is the wrap I was telling you guys about from Nicole Ari Parker. It's GymWrap. My hair is in these 2 pigtails because the girlies at the gym said, look, stop wrapping it. I think when you're wrapping your hair and then working out or doing something that, for me at least, can get really, really sweaty, all that hair is just like sitting on top of your head. So just having it in its pigtails, we're gonna see how long this hairstyle takes us. I do have a workout tomorrow, and again on Friday, but I am not doing hot yoga. If I did hot yoga, oh, she would not stand a chance at all. So I'm not gonna even do that. This tripod is sitting on top of the Nespresso that I still have not set up. That's a problem for this weekend, because I have my art prints as well that I finally need to show you all. They've been sitting here for the longest. It's on my brain dump somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's somewhere on there. And this weekend, I'm gonna try to get to more of those things. I'm probably gonna have a task rabbit come, because babes, when I tell you I was on the wall trying to draw out different things, I'm trying to use the thing to like line it up and make sure it's not, you know, off-centered. And it's not for me. If y'all saw the front of my apartment where like my mirror is, you'll see them 2 fat holes because the mirror fell. I don't know what I did. And I called my dad real quick. I'm sorry. I said, I gotta go. But I called my dad. He was just like, did you get the stud finder, whatever? I said, you know I didn't. That's why you got holes. That's why you get. And I said, you're gonna help me patch them when you come down here. So y'all know I can yap all night. However, I do have things to do. So let your girl focus. And I'm gonna go get it done. It took me a little time to get here. However, I made it to my desk and I'm gonna sit down for probably a couple of hours just to do some upskilling. So for me, that looks like either going through some of the trainings that I've already gone through on Udemy, Pluralsight, Acloudguru. Those are some of the sites that I use for technical training. Also kind of following up with reviewing the concepts and topics that I might have gone over a little bit this week and just making sure those ideas are actually set in and they are actually understood. I realized in college I need to switch up a lot of my studying methods just because computer science was a lot. I took 19 credits most of the semesters and that's full capacity. So I definitely need to switch up my studying, just learning with my ADHD what worked for me. I saw my ADHD much more or show up much more in college than I did in high school. I don't know if I was just simply getting by or not. Let me take that back. I wasn't getting by because I did amazing in high school, but just simply pushing through the ADHD and just being like, whatever. I think I blamed a lot of it on procrastination, whereas college, there were a lot of them deadlines that I struggled with. So I needed to find better ways to help myself be successful in computer science and engineering in general. It's a pretty rigorous program depending on what school you go to. So definitely wanted to excel there and kind of just switch up my studying habits. I have again had to learn what works for me and what doesn't work for me because now I'm not in college. However, I have my full-time job. And like I said, this is upskilling on the side. This is something that I'm choosing to do. So going from working now in the industry and then upskilling in that same industry can be a lot. And I have found a couple of things that have been helpful. One, this clock. It's not a clock, I'm sorry, this timer. I love the fact that it's external. Basically just kind of set this. It goes for an hour and then on the back you have options to have the sound or take the sound off, which I really like. Most of the time I have the sound on just so it's not too annoying. It's just like a ding 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 and then you just shut it off. But that's really helpful and I've been using that's the sound. I've been using that as well as other things on my desk. I try to keep my phone away. That's the biggest thing, keeping my phone away. I have a lot of do not disturb settings set up on my phone. I have sleep settings set up on my phone and then personal settings, work settings. I need them, okay? I think if you have ADHD, you know, there are some people who are more on the attention deficit and then there are those who are hyper and then there's kind of like the mix in between. I would say that I'm more on the hyper side, and so getting myself to kind of like sit down. Even tonight I'm just like, come on, let's sit down. That's why I walked the extra mile and I went 4 miles instead of the 3 miles. With me being on devices so much, I love to take notes on an actual notebook. I know. I love using my iPad with my good notes. I do still use it sometimes. And then Notability is the other one. If you do have an iPad, check those out. So Notability and then Good Notes. I have both of them downloaded, but I like kind of putting these different tabs on here. It's just something that's helpful for me. The main thing that I love to do, and this is more of just setting the mood, this is one of my favorite candles. It's coconut and honey. It's a fire wicking candle, so that's what the wicks look like. And it literally just sounds like a fireplace is going. And then sometimes on YouTube, what I do is I'll go to a Pomodoro, and I'll just search Pomodoros. It's basically a timer. So you can do cozy coffee shop with lo-fi relaxing studying music. You kind of set them, or not set them, you can kind of find videos that set them. So sometimes they'll do a 30-minute and then you'll have a 5-minute break and then they'll do another 30 minutes, or you can have some that are like 45 minutes and then a 15-minute break. You can kind of play around. I am pretty sleepy, so it's probably going to be just reviewing what I've already gone over this week and not adding any new material, just to make sure those ideas and concepts are really and they're the way I need them to be. So I am gonna call it, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit later, probably this weekend. I think I said that earlier, then I was like, I want to show you guys kind of like my studying setup. So yeah, there's that. And see, that's why I like to talk to my neighbors, because this morning after the gym, I went to go pick up Mooney, and I'm like, today we're gonna go play ball at the park. Now I'm heading out, and I see my neighbor walking his dog, and he was like, yeah, it's about to drop later on. I said, today? I'm thinking that it's about to rain. He was like, nah, the temperature is going to drop all the way down by 3 o'clock. I was like, oh, good to know, because Moon don't like being out in the cold. And honestly, I don't like dealing with Moon's mood when he's in the cold. So I said, we're going to go to the park and go longer now that I have this information. I personally love to talk to my neighbors. I grew up in a neighborhood where I felt like pretty much I knew everyone within literally like blocks. I knew everyone in the neighborhood. I think that's just how we grew up. Hi, Mooney. Good morning. Say good morning. He's like, girl, get me out this car. But no, we're about to be at this park for a little bit. We went on a 4-mile walk, like I said the other day. So I don't really need to go on a walk. However, I do want to get him out and running. Also, if y'all can see on the back of my seat, I have something laid over it just because Mooney and them paws get dirty. And my seat 7, look, my car's name is 7. She don't need all that dirt, okay? I got tired of cleaning her, so I said, let's lay something on the back seat. In the summertime, it does get hot just because of the black, so I might change it out. However, for now, it works perfectly for me. Mooney, we are going. I'm tired. I'm done yapping. I promise. Bye, guys. I keep saying I'll see y'all this weekend, and then next thing you know, I'm yapping again, but we'll see. Hi, Bookies. I'm back from yoga class. That's why my space buns look the way that they do. I've been trying different things to try to stretch this hair out. Okay, I'm trying. This wrap works pretty good, but I just don't like the fact that it tugs in the back because it's more of a wrap. So I finally ordered the ones from Gymshark. They should be on the way soon. And then I kind of just like wrap these and then put an extra scrunchie on them. I like to use satin scrunchies nowadays just because I feel like it's healthier for my hair not to have the other ones kind of just like, again, pulling on them. But they did come out in a little bit of a spiral. I wore this bra. It's from Athleta. And then I have on these leggings. I'm pretty sure they are Lululemon aligned. I was feeling very spring, so I just went with, you know, 2 different greens. Felt good about yoga, and now we are on the couch because I'm finally going to show y'all my art prints. I have been telling y'all that I have art prints to show y'all for, I'm pretty sure, a few weeks now. Also my Hanifa order, which we may not get to that in this vlog, if I'm being honest. I think that was the one, and stripped. I think it was one of those 2. But I figured let's just start with the art prints because they're here and I pulled them out. Also because they really do need to get put up. So I'm starting to figure out where I kind of want each of them to go. This is... Wow, I'm so excited about these. I will start off saying that I did get all of these professionally framed. I work with people from the Frame Warehouse that's located in Cary, North Carolina. So if you're around the area and you're looking for some new place to get your pictures framed or honestly get your artwork framed, definitely check them out. They did amazing, okay? They also were really, really patient. They were really sweet. And I just worked with a couple different people, just different ideas. And honestly, I love how all of them came out. I had no idea what I was doing. Okay, I'm used to just that. And don't be wrong, that one is really, really nice, but it's just like, oh, you get a print, you get a poster, frame it, that's it. I didn't really do the same, like it was an actual process. So anyways, let's get started. This is the first one. Isn't she gorgeous? I must say that I did not anticipate this coming out the way that it did. So these are mini prints and they're from Cristina Martinez, which is another is an artist that you guys are gonna see a couple of her other prints. This is the, this is the main border, and then we went with this blue on the inside and then another black just to make sure all of these really popped. So you guys can't really see it, but they're all floating. So they're not just on, you know, that back black, they're kind of floating. Also, it's fabric, and I think that that black looks amazing with the blue. We kept trying to do different colors. Like we tried a pink, we tried an orange, we tried a yellow, and then also just rearrange them differently. I love the fact that in the middle, you can kind of see that's where multiple faces are. And then on the edges, those are where the faces are just like separately. And if you can kind of see, like they're all like leaning. somewhat of the same direction on both of the sides. The middle one is one of my favorites. I think that if she ever released ones of this one in just a larger format again, I would most definitely buy it. So this is the first one. Let me know what you guys think. All of them kind of come with this wire hanger, which is really, really sturdy. And then this is composite glass, I'm pretty sure. They do have the option of having museum glass, which at the time I didn't do. However, for some of them, I think at the end of the year when I get, you know, my bonus, I'm probably gonna go back and get museum glass. Okay, so the next two are gonna be from an artist named Jorja Z. This is Perennial. I am so happy with the fact that we went with this green frame. This is also one of the ones that was difficult because it's so much going on. This is such a large figured woman. The coat, the hair, everything just screams very bold. Even the feet are huge. A lot of people don't know, like people in my family, look, the women, we have some big feet. We do. When I saw this, especially the hair, the New York hat, I could not let it just sit there. So this is my next print from Jorja Z. I did forget the name of it. This is what it's looking like up close, all the way down to all the details. They're all standing, but they're meshed together, like even their sweaters, which they have the African American flag on them, all the different hairstyles, and yeah, just the uniqueness and boldness. Those are those three, and then I have two more, which are my bigger girls, so let me go pull them out. I'm gonna do my best to show these because they are larger than the other ones, but this is Gone Fishing by Cristina Martinez. I am in love. When we picked out this green, I said, yep, that's the one. We tried so many different combinations and just ultimately went with this one because it has a lot of different elements with the flowers, with the plants here, there, and then also her neck is, ooh, let me not. There we go. Her neck has that tree. I don't know why I just did it like that, but you guys can kind of see. So we paired it with the green. I think that was very fitting. At first we were trying to do like a pink, an orange, but with all the chaos that's kind of going on in the picture itself, we didn't really want to take away from that and just add to it. So the green was the perfect choice. The backdrop is also a black fabric. I think it looks super, super crisp. And then this is also the same glass as the other ones. I think this is one of the ones that at the end of the year, I'm gonna get museum glass for because do we see it? Okay, do we see what she's giving? This is definitely a piece that I want in my room. And yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I need to get someone from Tats Rabbit though. My dad was like, Mira, did you get, what did he say? Did you get the thing? What is it? I don't even know the name of it because I was listening, but what's it called? I think it's to find the stud, like the stud find. Yeah, that one. No, I didn't get it. I thought about it. I did. I started marking up the walls. I was like, ooh, I can really do this on my own. Psych. I'm not doing it. Let me get the last one for y'all. Let's just take a moment for how beautiful this piece is. It's called In My Nana's Garden. I will say, so I'm in my email and I see a message from Cristina Martinez. This is another one of her prints. As y'all can see, I really am a fan of her artwork. And she had said that she cleaned out her warehouse and she found a bunch of prints. So she was gonna release them on a pay what you can type of thing. I didn't see that until later, which I'm still real sad about. It's okay, we're not gonna talk about it. But she did, in addition to the things that she found in her warehouse, she also released 2 new prints and this is one of them. So, okay, this pink, come on, I had to go with something that was pink. We did frame her with a pink frame as well. It's kind of similar in texture with the green. For me, a grandma, a nana, a godmother, whoever that is for you, is just such a happy place, like whenever I'm with that person. And so, yeah, this really resonates with me. I enjoy the butterfly so much. That's actually one of my favorite butterflies, that specific color combo. And like I said, the pink is gorgeous. So those are my prints. I need to get these wrapped up and also move them out of Moon's way because apparently he's irritated that they're sitting in his spot and he's sitting over here staring at me. But thank y'all for watching another weekly vlog. Let me know all the thoughts. And also March Madness starts next week, so get them brackets ready. Yeah, I'm really hoping to do well this year because last year, we're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. I'll see y'all next week. Bye, Bookies.